Oh, gang, Storm's in the kitchen. Well, today, this is a Cheap Eats Wednesday, one day late because of inclement, what is it?
Inclement.
Huh?
Inclement.
Inclement weather. Because of bad weather, as they say. So, today we're trying, because I saw this in frozen foods I hadn't seen before. The frozen Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs. I got this and I got some ravioli we're going to try later. But it's the first time I've seen this in a bag. It feeds up to 4. You can cook it on the stove top. Mrs. Stump's actually eating some. She usually don't like Chef Boyardee. But we're also comparing it with Chef Boyardee in the can. See if I can show you. That in the plate is in the bag. That in the bowl comes out of the can. Gonna see if it tastes the same. I can tell you the noodles in the can are a little bit thicker. It has a lot more juice, but this looks more like regular spaghetti, doesn't it? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. But we're gonna see if they taste the same. I always liked Chef Boyardee, but let's see. I'll take a bite of this and I know what it tastes like. It tastes like Chef Boyardee. I do got some rye bread.
Garlic bread, not rye bread.
Excuse me, garlic bread. And all this together comes out roughly between $10 and $11 for 2 people. About $5.50 a piece. Plus there may be some left over for another day. We tasted that. Let's see if this tastes any different. All right, let's try this again. Get some without so much sauce. Here we go. And this. Hot. Okay, this noodles and sauce actually has more of a spaghetti flavor. Not as good as homemade, but close. Whereas the one in the bowl has more of a slimy flavor. I mean, a slimy texture. But it's still good. See if the meatballs are the same. I mean, taste the same. People call these cardboard meatballs. This has a more of a meaty taste compared to those. Family size serves about 4.5. So if you got a family with 4 members and half a member, this is right up your alley.
And you can choose to fix half of the bag instead of the whole bag if you don't want to eat so much or cook so much.
That's right. It comes in, has 4 of the sauce packets. So if you cook half the bag, you use 2. And they come up, the spaghetti comes up rolled up in a little ball, you know. And I'm gonna put some of this Parmesan. I have trouble pronouncing this, Parmesan. I usually call it Parmigiano cheese. What is it? Don't be laughing.
It's not Parmigiano, it's Parmesan.
Parmesan cheese. That don't sound right either, but
You done got me mixed up.
Well, you figure out how to say it. But
Parmesan.
Parmesan. And I do have today's some Food Lion ginger ale. We lost power last night about Tuesday night, about 8 o'clock till
2:30.
2:30 in the morning. It's raining today and supposed to get worse today because that hurricane's supposed to cut the remnants of it. It's supposed to cut a path right up through where we're at and then go like this over toward Tennessee. And once it lands in Florida, it's supposed to boogie. They say it's gonna go whoosh, like that. So that's why this is a day late. But you know what they say, a day late and a dollar short. It's pretty good. I think the spaghetti in the bag tastes better than the can.
Definitely.
It's kind of chewy, ain't it?
Yeah, that bread is like, it's good, but it's like a chewing on a rubber ball.
And y'all know I ain't gonna waste nothing, so I'm just gonna mix these two together now that I've showed y'all the difference. And I believe if I eat all this, I'll be full. And I still got enough to have a meal tomorrow or tonight. Get some more of this Parmesan cheese put on there. There you are for a Cheap Eats Wednesday. If you see that in the freezer, you need to pick some up, give it a shot. They got cheese ravioli and they got
Chicken Alfredo.
chicken Alfredo. I never know how they named the chicken Fredo. And that's a Spanish name for that guy that played on The Godfather, Fredo. Yeah.
It's not Spanish.
Well, it was on, huh?
No, it's not Spanish. I think it's Italian.
Yeah, Godfathers are Italian. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
So this is pretty good. Well, I went to visit some friends yesterday. Walked out and had a flat tire. Couldn't believe it. I hadn't changed the flat tire. We were talking since I had one blow out on 95 just short of Daytona. Or Jacksonville, I think it was. Because then we went to Sands in Jacksonville. But anyway, and that's been, what, 15 years? 10, 15 years ago.
Probably, yeah.
So I got up this morning in the rain and went and bought me a new one. Of course, I didn't melt. I'm not one of them people that melts in the rain. And they just called a while ago and not gonna bow tomorrow because they're afraid it might be too windy or something, or they might melt. I don't know what it is. But it's supposedly it's bad, but you can't believe the weatherman we got. He's just, you know, his ain't no good. You know, back in the day, we had a weatherman, Monty Dupree, and his sidekick, Mr. Doohickey, excuse me, Mr. Doohickey. That's it. They were weathermen, our weathermen. And I can't edit that out because I don't edit my videos. Anyway, they were our weathermen, and they just get up and say, well, come this Saturday, it's gonna rain. Probably Sunday too. And they were right, you know. They didn't have all this technology. Now we got all this technology. You got this weatherman. I'm not even gonna say what I call him. But he gets up and explains all this stuff. Sometimes it happens, and more than not, it don't. So, you know. Well, this ain't bad. I mean, it's actually pretty good. I don't know if Mrs. Stump really likes it because this ain't her cup of tea. Chef Boyardee.
It's better than the canned version for sure, but
Yeah, but
just used to homemade. So.
you ain't never been a Chef Boyardee fan. Well, thing about it being in a can, when you're on the street starving to death for whatever reason, you can get one of them Chef Boyardee Pop-Tart cans. You ain't got to heat stuff up. Just Pop-Tart.
It's not called a Pop-Tart
I know, Pop-Top. See, my mouth's trying to talk before the words get down there to it. But you can pop it and just, especially if SpaghettiOs, and it's just like drinking SpaghettiOs. And you won't starve. Especially if you can find them on sale for $1. But anyway, this is good. Let me close this out. Already 11 minutes, pushing 12. Any thoughts on the subject?
It's just good to try it. Buy it and try it, and then you don't have to try it again if you don't like it.
It's good to eat, too. Well, with that, excuse me, I guess I got stuff on my finger. Sometimes I make a mess when I eat. I guess we'll close this out. I appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe if you haven't. You already watched this far, you might as well. I don't know what you're waiting on, but we do appreciate it. And I don't have no thoughts for today. Most of the time I don't have no thoughts for anything. Most of the time my brain don't even think. That's why I do videos. Excuse me. Anyway, I guess and yes, I started this before everybody else on YouTube. I guess we will see y'all, on the flip side. Check y'all later. Y'all know when I cut this off, it lags, so it takes twice. Bye-bye.